The website
So you're watching
published a story today featuring.
So really around here, news feeds like says, but really around here, people are watching these Steve Harvey shows, these little talent shows, these other game shows, these all of a sudden other ethnicity game shows or whatnot, right? Not Asian though, but you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, all this other Telemundos or whatnot, BTs and stuff like that. And then whatever's just going on Facebook, probably some bullshit about my shit, probably some bullshit about my feed, insulting us and also insulting me as a person and stuff like that. And just being chastised and crucified as some type of prophet or something. Well, I don't get no profit money. You know what I mean? I don't care. Only thing is the crucifixion. So here's the what do you call it? And here's Fox's what do you call it? Fox's spin on what do you call it? On methods for what do you call it? CVPR. Look at this. This is a genocide and she's like, oh no, we're using a vehicle because everybody else is watching Telemundo, everybody else is watching BET. We want you to charge you off to this.
So
that's how I feel about it. Because every time we walk around here, I don't see anything other than fucking. And maybe I'm in Podunk. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it's Act State. You know what I'm saying? And who knows who they work for? Okay.
And the National Border Patrol Council Vice President Dr. Cueto.
So yeah, system equality. No, there's a system proof.
Some very serious allegations.
So there it is right here. Everybody's right here. Look, let's share, get a glaze over, read it, and say, look, the systemic cruelty is this. If you go to the criminal system and say, look, I want reform.
Agents that work in that facility.
Who knows, man? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what? You're trying to have what? So you should be in stuff like that. What is it? Is it the discipline or something like that? Is it the discipline that you have? Is it that the revolving door does not revolve properly to where it doesn't meet the inmate's needs when he is on outside and stuff like that, or she is on the outside and wants the revolving door because he feels safer or she feels safer with the demographic or the society is built and stuff like that and whatever and such to being offensive facilitations, right? So I mean, so is with that in its own, given from that point on, and given from that collage point where they say, just make something up.
And they look at
they make them up. What is that to make up? What's systemic cruelty? It is funny. I mean, look, people learn to read, people start to think about things, ideas, and it gets like very collegiate and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so when they're so stigmatized, right? Look, they're so stigmatized. Right? This might be a prison guard, right? You know what I mean? So facilitated applicatories, right? So look, you know what I'm saying? Because they get drinking water, they get safe drinking water. It may not even not for profit. They get safe drinking water. They get 3 squares. They get three, hot to the cot. All that good stuff, right? And all the squares. I know. You know what I'm saying? So you figure, right? The number of books and the whole economy of it, along with all the influx of learning and what do you call it, and expanding mind and all the EDUs, right? Units. So when this inmate comes out and says, I'm here, you know what I'm saying, I'm fresh, all is good, and he's disappointed. They're disappointed because it doesn't meet the standards of the rigors that they've gone through, and so they of course want to feel comfortable. I mean, they want to feel acknowledged. They want to feel comfortable and just be around a group where it's like this is how it is, and this is how it goes down. So the economy here, and not so much Podunk, we have a certain around, right? It is also an economy in that sense. So, given that applicatory, dude, I'm on disability, and I was like, and I was a petty crimes and stuff, and let me on this, and you know what, sometimes, sometimes what it is if you have say a community service, for example, does it matter, maybe you just want to have a bottle of drinking water, you know what I'm saying, sit out on the table, I'm stuff for me, though, I gotta try. So look at all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And everybody here now is talking about, I can't even get a license. What's a real license and a non-real license? What does that mean? And then everybody's like, all this stuff and talking about, oh, you know what? And then what? And the whole, you know, one for the Ricans, one for the left. You know what I mean? And then you just like get back into the '90s, and you're like, you know,
That is just grandstanding.
drinking out of toilets. People have been doing that out in third world countries like all the time.
People are.
You know what I mean? And they always do that. But the whole humanitarianism is of you know, humanitarianism is you catch disease and catch what do you call it? That what's that stuff called? That thing, that worm thing. And then so
people on that Facebook page.
so you know you're like saying, oh yeah, we're making money on this. You know, I said, what are you talking about? Paying on this guy. But what he's talking about is like, what do you call it, man? It's just applicatories of it. They're saying these are substandards, but you don't get the contrast of these kind of standards. But and there is opinionated at this point, and it's more to the point like, well, you know, what does it really apply? Well, you want to get into a point where you want to be institutionalized in a better era, a better kind of life, and so you know. But I don't think. Well, whatever, and then that's it. The applicatory gets ignorant kind of a little bit because then it's like, oh, why are people making fun of such and such when they're creating such an atmosphere for such and such people? Where Luna comes out, BD comes out, all this stuff in their mouth, and all this stuff, and it's kind of like a slap in the face if you ever been out of like, you know. It'd be like literally or not literally, because you know what I mean. The vulnerabilities of myself is like, hey, well, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Wait, is that as hard as that me kind of like on a person? Like, damn, it makes me kind of want to contribute to the economy or something like that. You know, it makes me kind of not want to like do like some progressive things.
It's been highly politicized, I think, and so I think that politics has overshadowed being able to get something
Great, man. I mean,
done on this situation where women, children, men are left.